One ordinary night, when my husband was driving with me at high speed along a deserted suburban road, he suddenly blurted out, "Did you know your cousin died?" For a while, I didn't react. Huh? She's dead, so there's no meaning for me to go on living either. Chloe Baker, let's go down and join her together. After saying that, he yanked the steering wheel hard. The car instantly lost control and plunged toward a deep pit beside the road. With a thunderous crash, the car slammed into the ground. Both Brandon Kensley and I suffered severe, life-threatening injuries. In his final moments, he mustered his last strength to tell me, "If time could be turned back to 40 years ago at the mountain's base, you must never save me." That day, she also passed by the mountain. If you hadn't taken me away, I would have met her first. After saying that, he drew his last breath. Filled with questions, resentment, and anger, I could only die with my eyes open. But when I opened my eyes again, I returned to 40 years ago. This time around, I decided to let Brandon and his first love be together. However, there was just one problem. I didn't have any cousins at all. In a daze, the scenery around me shifted abruptly. I found myself back at the very spot where I had saved Brandon all those years ago. When I had my hair braided into two pigtails and I was carrying a basket of hazelnuts I had just gathered on the mountain, and not so far ahead, a man covered in blood lay. It was the young Brandon. It was at that moment that I realized I had been reborn. I walked over to him and kicked him twice. Seeing that he didn't wake up, I squatted down and slapped him twice across the face. Finally, he woke up. When he saw the young me, confusion flashed across his face, then surprise, and finally anger. "Don't save me. Stay away from me." I realized he was too, had been reborn. I thought of what he said to me before he died. "If time could be turned back to 40 years ago at the foot of the mountain, you must not save me." That day, she also passed by the mountain. If you hadn't taken me away, I would have met her first. Seeing me freeze, he roared, "Get lost! Are you deaf? Don't touch me!" I immediately stood up and walked away without looking back. In my previous life, I had carried the badly injured Brandon home on my back, spent all the tuition I had painstakingly saved, and invited the best doctor in the village to set his bones. I even stayed by his bedside day and night, never leaving his side. He once held my hand and promised, "Chloe, you saved my life. Without you, there would be no Brandon. In this life, I, Brandon Kensley, vow that I'll marry no one but you, and I will never betray you." Later, after he recovered, he applied to the police academy and became a proud police officer, eventually rising smoothly to become a bureau chief. He also fulfilled his promise to marry me after graduating from college. We were husband and wife for 40 years. I bore him 3 sons. Now we even have grandchildren. Yet I never knew that the one he truly wanted to marry was never me. He even hated me so much that he wanted to take me with him to die. This time, I wanted to see who this unforgettable first love was, the person he had been longing for 40 years. I walked to a spot where Brandon couldn't see me and hid behind a large tree. From this angle, I could see him clearly. After waiting for ages, someone finally passed by. The person had long hair that coiled atop her head, a pair of bright, watery eyes, and a small face that was so tender it looked like water could be squeezed out of it. It was Taylor Johansson, my next-door neighbor. As soon as Brandon saw her, his whole body started to squirm, so I knew it was her. In my previous life, after I brought him home, Taylor had come by once, so I never expected that just that one visit would make him pine for her for 40 years. When Taylor passed him by, she only glanced at him before continuing her walk. Brandon panicked. "Miss, please save me. I'll repay you generously." At the promise of a reward, Taylor finally halted her steps. "If I save you, how much will you give me? My family is very wealthy. If you're willing to save me, I can give you $450. In the 1980s, $450 was an enormous temptation for our poor little mountain village. Taylor's eyes lit up. "All right, it's a deal." Since she was powerful, she could carry Brandon on her back easily. In my previous life, I had nearly broken